Governor Gretchen Whitmer is set to deliver her 7th State of the State address in Lansing tonight. Some of the key highlights she's expected to include are creating jobs, lowering costs, investments in education, and medical debt. The governor says Michigan is one of just a handful of states that has no consumer protections for medical debt, and she plans to call on lawmakers to pass legislation to provide that and fund coverage. We have team coverage on tonight's State of the State. Josh Berry is in Lansing and will share what's being said by both Democrats and Republicans ahead of tonight's speech. First, though, Michael Martin spoke with a woman in Muskegon who's navigating her own medical debt that she says continues to rise.
I sat down with mother and grandmother Sandra Chase this morning. She says the financial burden that comes along with a medical diagnosis hangs over your head throughout the entire journey to get better.
And this is my daughter's little girl who is going to be 2 in April.
Sandra Chase gets through each day with the support of her family.
I don't want my kids to even see the burden.
Last year, she found out some nodules on her thyroid were cancerous.
Between the 3 hospitals, it adds up fast because lately I'm just like every week is a procedure.
The stack of medical bills in her kitchen.
And then at the end, what am I going to have to pay? And then I'm like, okay, in a few weeks you'll get that bill, and you'll add it to the, next one that's sitting there.
Just continues to grow.
I dread walking out to the end of my driveway, to be honest with you, because I don't know what I'm going to get out of that little gray box.
Good evening, Michigan.
During the State of the State address Wednesday night, Governor Whitmer is challenging the legislature to work on helping reduce medical debt for Michiganders.
Wow. All I could say is, wow.
She says the impact would be nothing short of life-changing for herself and the family who keeps her fighting every day.
So for the rest of your life you're going to be tested. So in the back of your head you're always going to have some type of medical bills with this. If this is taken up, it wouldn't exactly be a first. Michigan Dems claim $450 million in medical debt payments was wiped out for 180,000 people, supported in part by $4.5 million in the 2024 fiscal year budget. It was also supported by matching funds and partnerships. In studio, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.
The governor says right now, nearly 700,000 Michiganders have debt from medical services. In 2022, a study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found an estimated $88 billion in medical bills on Americans' credit reports. While they say the number of people with bills and collections decreased between 2022 and 2024, the average balance increased from $2,000 to $3,100. In addition to medical debt relief, there are a number of expected topics Whitmer will touch during tonight's address as she lays out her plan and budget proposals for the next year. Fox 17's Josh Berry joins us now from Lansing.
Lowering costs for all Michiganders will be a focus tonight, in addition to countering what the Whitmer administration calls chaos and confusion coming from Washington. I talked to state leaders on both sides of the aisle. The lieutenant governor today told me they want to continue the path they've been on, but this year will look different than the last 2 as Republicans took away complete control by the Democrats, who are now leading the state house. They'll need bipartisan support for any of the proposals pushed for by Whitmer. We did ask for clarification today as to how they hope to accomplish these proposals, as people already want to know who's covered if medical debt relief, for example, became a reality. It appears we may not get that answer tonight, as Whitmer is essentially proposing having a conversation.
We're starting a conversation. I want people to engage in that conversation. I want people to reach out to their legislator and tell them what it would mean to them if their medical debt was forgiven. And then that will help make sure the conversation is inclusive of all the experiences of people all across Michigan. This is an opportunity. This speech is an invitation for people to engage, and we welcome it.
Really popular issues, really popular ideas. But then it comes down to how is it implemented? What are the details behind the implementation of it? If we can prioritize that over corporate subsidies, which I would prefer, then we might be in a pretty good spot to do that.
And you can watch the complete State of the State address tonight at 7 o'clock on our website and Facebook. And then join us tonight at 10 and 11. I'll have a complete recap from here in Lansing. Reporting, I'm Josh Berry, Fox 17 News.